Some of the entertainment industry's most revered icons have died in the last year. The world was forever changed by these individuals' tremendous abilities and contributions to music, movies, television, and more. Fans worldwide mourn the death of renowned performers who brought our beloved characters to life, and artists who wrote songs and lyrics became our soundtrack. Join us as we celebrate their accomplishments and recall their memorable experiences. This homage to the stars we lost is a touching reminder of their effect on our lives and the entertainment industry they left behind. As we remember the superstars who died this year, prepare to be transported through their incredible lives and careers. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, sometimes referred to as Black Mamba on the court, is among the greatest basketball players of all time. He spent his whole 20-season career as a shooting guard with the Los Angeles Lakers. His brilliance, foresight, and driven nature brought him 5 NBA titles, 18 All-Star selections, and 2 NBA Finals MVP awards. After retiring, he was honored with the 2017 Deer Basketball Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film. Early in 2020, their private chopper sadly crashed when he was taking his daughter Gianna to a trip basketball game. Robert Forster. After starring as Nick Tana in The Stalking Moon and Private Williams in Reflections in a Golden Eye, Forster really started his Hollywood revolution. His steady rise was cemented by the critically acclaimed movie Medium Cool. Forster starred in many television shows, including Mulholland Drive, Olympus Has Fallen, Me, Myself, and Irene, and Breaking Bad's Granite State. He was also nominated for a Saturn Award for Best Guest Starring Role on Television. Forster was accompanied by relatives when he passed away in October 2019 from brain cancer. Juice WRLD. Jared Anthony Higgins was a former American rapper and vocalist from Chicago who was well known worldwide as Juice WRLD. On Spotify, his popular song Lucid Dreams has been streamed over 1 billion times. Along with another smash song, All Girls Are the Same, Lucid Dreams assisted Juice WRLD in landing deals with Interscope Productions and Little Bibby's Grade A Productions. Higgins died on a trip from Van Nuys, California to Chicago, Illinois, after taking numerous unidentified medications. Cameron Boyce. Boyce could be recognizable to the older audience as Adam Sandler's kid in Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2, and as one of the main points of Eagle Eye, starring Shia LaBeouf. Aside from that, he was a regular on the Disney Channel, doing voice acting for Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and appearing in Jesse and Gamer's Guide to pretty much everything. Boyce died at an early age of 20 due to epilepsy issues. Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson was the family's first professional wrestler, even if his son Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has eclipsed him in terms of notoriety. Rocky, a Canadian born in 1964, started his professional wrestling career and went on to capture many championships in the National Wrestling Alliance. Becoming the first black champions in World Wrestling Entertainment history, the pair won the 1983 World Tag Team Championship with tag teammate Tony Atlas. Early in January 2020, Johnson dismissed the possibility of seeing a doctor because he thought he had the flu, and passed away from a pulmonary embolism. Rip Torn. Throughout the course of his more than 60-year career, Rip Torn was a well-known actor and voice actor. He will always be remembered for his roles as Artie's on The Larry Sanders Show, Zed in the Men in Black franchise, and Patches O'Houlihan in Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story. Torn died of Alzheimer's and its consequences at the age of 88. Neil Peart. Main songwriter and drummer for Rush, Neil Peart is most known for being the youngest person admitted into the Modern Drummer Readers Poll Hall of Fame in 1983. In addition to being a well-known musician and composer, the Canadian novelist wrote several memoirs about his travels and infused fantasy, philosophy, and humanitarian themes into his songs. Neil, at 67 years old, lost his fight with glioblastoma after more than 3 years of sickness. Chewy Bravo. Born as Jesus Melgoza, renowned Mexican-American actor Chewy Bravo was Chelsea Handler's sidekick on her talk program Chelsea Lately. Bravo started acting in the early 1990s after moving to the San Fernando Valley of California with his family when he was 15 years old. He even had an appearance in the 2007 film Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Chewy made a lasting choice when he established the Bravo Academy in Los Angeles to assist the talent from the Latin community in obtaining employment in various entertainment enterprises. Stephanie Sherk. Stephanie Sherk, an actress, producer, and model who was born in Ontario, Canada, immigrated to the U.S. to advance her career. The actress is best known for her work in #, the series, and CSI Cyber. Valentine's Day, Big Date, and Crash Landing are among the writing credits. Beth Chapman. Famously known as Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife, Beth Chapman co-starred in Dog the Bounty Hunter, Dog and Beth in the Hunt, and Dog's Most Wanted reality television shows with her husband, Dwayne Dog Chapman. However, the two were married in 2006, which was 2 years after Dog's program started taping. 2019 saw her put into a medical coma in late June. Days later, she passed away suddenly from complications related to her cancer. Ashley Mazzaro. In addition to being a Survivor China competitor, Mazzaro was a radio broadcaster, TV host, glamour model, and former professional wrestler for the WWE. Mazzaro joined WWE in 2005 and is most known for her professional wrestling career. She moved to SmackDown after being originally seen on the Raw brand, followed by the valet for Paul London and Brian Kendrick, the WWE Tag Team Champions. She departed in July of 2008, making appearances on TV, in music videos, and even as a DJ for 94.3 The Shark. Dannyiello. The renowned American actor Dannyiello was of Italian heritage. In addition to The Godfather Part 2, his credits include Moonstruck, The Purpose Rose of Cairo, Once Upon a Time in America, and Harlem Nights. Aiello was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role as Salvatore Sal Frangione in Do the Right Thing. John Witherspoon. John Witherspoon, also known as Witherspoon, started his Hollywood career in 1965 with roles in Hollywood Shuffle, The Five Heartbeats, Vampire in Brooklyn, and TV programs The Boondocks, The Tracy Morgan Show, and The Wayans Brothers. The performer, who was born in Detroit, had previously been in music videos for Goody Mob's They Don't Dance No Mo, LL Cool J's Ain't Nobody, and Jay-Z's I Just Wanna Love You. Regis Philbin. His family and friends are forever grateful for the time we got to spend with him, for his warmth, his legendary sense of humor, and his singular ability to make every day into something worth talking about, the statement said after the announcement of Regis's demise. We are grateful to his supporters and followers for their outstanding help over his 60-year career. Grant Imahara. On July 13, 2020, 49-year-old Mythbusters actor Grant Imahara died unexpectedly from a brain aneurysm. The engineer became an instant fan favorite after joining the Discovery Channel series in Season 3. Nia Rivera. Famous for her stint on Glee, Nia Rivera met her demise in a terrible mishap while enjoying a day at Lake Piru with her 4-year-old son. After they had gone swimming together, the little child was discovered by himself on the pontoon rental. She never managed to board the boat again. Kelly Preston. Actress Kelly Preston fought cancer for 2 years before passing away on July 12, 2020, at the age of 57. The late John Travolta's wife was most recognized for her parts in the films What a Girl Wants, For Love of the Game, and Jerry Maguire. Carl Riner. For more than 60 years, Carl Riner had a long and distinguished career as a comedy writer, director, and performer. At the age of 98, Riner passed away on June 29, 2020, due to natural causes. 9 Emmy Awards, a Grammy Award, and the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor were bestowed upon him for his achievements in theater, cinema, and television. Ray Leota. Ray Leota, who became well known for his iconic portrayal of Henry Hill in Martin Scorsese's 1990 crime classic Goodfellas, built out a name for himself with his powerful and captivating performances. During the time of his 4-decade career, he portrayed a variety of roles in movies, including Copland with Sylvester Stallone and Field of Dreams as Shoeless Joe Jackson. In animated films and video games, Leota's unique voice brought characters to life, most notably Tommy Vercetti in the legendary Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Apart from his cinematic career, Leota made a lasting impression on television audiences with prominent parts in shows like ER and Shades of Blue, where he portrayed a sophisticated investigator with Jennifer Lopez. Leota's commitment to his work never wavered in the face of personal hardships, garnering him praise from critics and a passionate following. Hollywood was left in mourning after his unexpected death in May 2022, but his legacy lives on thanks to his remarkable body of work and the lasting impression he had on the business. Mary Pat Gleason. At the age of 70, Mary Pat Gleason departed from this life on June 2, 2020. Even if you do not know her name, you are undoubtedly familiar with her distinctive visage and demeanor. Her resume as an actor is endless, but some of her television appearances that really caught our attention were Madame Ouf, the French teacher on Saved by the Bell, Lucille, the dressing room attendant on Sex and the City, Mrs. Butters, the elementary school teacher on Desperate Housewives, and Sally, the homeless lady on Will and Grace. Her roles in A Cinderella Story, Intolerable Cruelty, The Crucible, and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry are the ones for which she is most known. Fred Willard. A legendary figure in comedy, Fred Willard starred in many of your favorite films and television programs. He died on May 15, 2020, of natural causes, leaving a lasting legacy that had a significant influence on Hollywood and the comedy genre in general. Jerry Stiller. On May 11, 2020, Jerry Stiller, the father of actor and filmmaker Ben Stiller, died away due to natural causes. He was the most dedicated husband to Anne for about 62 years and a great father and grandfather, he tweeted. We will miss him terribly. Love you, Dad. Jerry Stiller was well known for his parts as Arthur Spooner in the comedy The King of Queens and Frank Costanza in the television series Seinfeld, which aired around 10 years later. Little Richard. After a struggle with bone cancer, Little Richard, the wild man of early rock and roll, passed away on May 9, 2020, at the age of 87. Hits like Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally are his creations. Sam Lloyd. Comedian Sam Lloyd died from his fight with lung cancer on April 30, 2020. If you watched Scrubs or Seinfeld, you are undoubtedly familiar with his appearance and what the series would have been like without him. Actor Zach Braff wrote, "Rest in peace to one of the funniest actors I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Each and every time we worked together on a scene, Sam Lloyd made me laugh out loud and lose my composure. There was no other guy gentler than him. Sammy, I will always treasure the moments I spent with you." Howard Finkel. The World Wrestling Federation, or WWE, was ring-announced by the renowned and Hall of Famer Howard Finkel. According to reports, Finkel had a major stroke in 2018 and has not been well since. His booming, deep voice is legendary. It brought wrestlers like Randy Savage, Ric Flair, and Hulk Hogan to the ring. His demise occurred on April 16, 2020. Shirley Douglas. Actress Shirley Douglas, who was also Kiefer Sutherland's mother, passed away on April 5, 2020, after complications stemming from pneumonia. In addition to her roles as Mrs. Starch in Stanley Kubrick's 1962 film Lolita, she also starred as a widowed mother in David Cronenberg's 1988 film Dead Ringers and in the television drama Wind at My Back, 1996. She was honored with a Gemini Award for her work in the television movie Shadow Lake in 1999. Bill Withers. It would be a sin, regardless of the generation you were born into, to not know any of Bill Withers' songs. Hits including Ain't No Sunshine, Lean on Me, and Use Me were written and performed by him. He fought cardiovascular illness for a long time before passing away on March 20th, 2020. Kenny Rogers. One of the first musicians to really cross over into mainstream and country music, Rogers had successes with songs like Lucille and Islands in the Stream. The tragic news that Kenny Rogers died away yesterday night at 10:25 p.m. is shared by the Rogers family. At 81 years old, his representative said. Rogers died quietly at home from natural causes while being cared for by hospice and his loved ones. A small private service was planned by the family due to the national COVID-19 situation. At a later time, they want to publicly celebrate Kenny's life with his friends and supporters. Max von Sydow. In Provence, France, on March 8, 2020, Max von Sydow departed from this life. His parts in The Exorcist and Game of Thrones have garnered him the greatest notoriety. He was regarded as one of the greatest Swedish actors of all time because of the gravity he injected into his parts. James Lipton. James Lipton, who had fought bladder cancer, died at the age of 93. He was the founder and host of Inside the Actor's Studio, where he conducted interviews with some of Hollywood's biggest performers to learn about their approaches to acting and the sources of inspiration that helped them achieve such success. Esther Scott. At the age of 66, Esther Scott had a heart attack in Los Angeles. Her performances in The Birth of a Nation and Boys in the Hood are what made her most famous. She established a career playing the stern but loving mother role in more than 70 films and several TV series. Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas, the renowned actor, departed from this life at the age of 103. Michael posted on Instagram saying, "My brothers and I announce with great sadness that Kirk Douglas left us today at the age of 103. To the world, he was a legend, an actor from the golden age of cinema who acted well into old age, and a humanitarian whose dedication to the causes he supported and justice for all set a standard that we should all strive for." John Singleton. The 24-year-old filmmaker, best known for helming Boys in the Hood in 1991, was the youngest person to get an Academy Award nomination for Best Filmmaker and the first African-American to do so. In addition, Singleton would helm the directing of Shaft, Higher Learning, Poetic Justice, Too Fast, Too Furious, and the drama Rosewood in 1997. Singleton had a stroke a few days earlier and was taken off life support. He died away in April 2019. Sue Lyon. Sue Lyon started her career as a model in the entertainment business at the tender age of 13. She did, however, go on to win a Golden Globe for the 1962 movie in which she played Lolita, the lead character. The Night of the Iguana, Tony Rome, Evel Knievel, and Seven Women are among Lyon's other credits. Suzanne Summers. Suzanne Summers rose to fame in the late 1970s, most notably for her portrayal of Chrissy Snow on the popular television series Three's Company. Her charm and comic ability captured the attention of viewers, launching a lucrative career in television and other media. In Step by Step, Summers further cemented her place as a cherished television legend. Beyond performing, she went on to become a prosperous businesswoman, writer, and health champion. Through her books and products, which include the very successful Thigh Master, she promoted wellness and fitness. Despite obstacles, including her well-publicized contract battle with Three's Company, Summers became a strong character in Hollywood. She continued to be an inspiration to many with her commitment to health and well-being throughout her career, serving as a symbol of tenacity and reinvention. On October 15, 2023, Suzanne Summers departed from this life, leaving a laughter-filled, resilient, and inspirational legacy. Sylvio Horta. The American playwright and producer Sylvio Horta is most known for turning Yo Soy Betty La Fea, a Colombian soap opera, into ABC's Ugly Betty. He said, "Like most of us up here, Betty is an immigrant, and the American dream is alive and well and in reach of anybody who wants it," as he won the Golden Globe for Best Comedy Series for Ugly Betty. In jest, the first 10 Cuban-American founded Silent Age Productions in response to his last name's frequent mispronunciation. Elizabeth Wsel. Elizabeth Wsel, a well-known American writer and journalist who published Prozac Nation, often addressed her own difficulties with addiction, depression, and her personal and professional life in her writing. Her candid memoirs made her a spokesperson for Generation X, and contributed to the rise in popularity of this very intimate literary genre. In 2020, Wsel passed away at the age of 52 due to complications resulting from metastasized breast cancer. Buck Henry. Henry is an American actor, director, and screenwriter who co-wrote Get Smart with Mel Brooks, What's Up, Doc, and The Graduate. He went on to guest appear on Will and Grace, 30 Rock, and Hot in Cleveland, in addition to hosting Saturday Night Live 10 times in 4 years, from 1976 to 1980. In 2020, Henry, at 89 years old, died in Los Angeles from a heart attack. Alexis Eddie. Alexis Eddie competed in the MTV reality series Are You the One? Her drug-abusing background shaped a big part of her character on television. Just a washed-up MTV reality star wondering why people still care what she's up to, was how she put herself in her own words. Early in 2020, she had a heart attack at home. Emily Hartridge. Emily was a well-known TV personality and YouTuber from Britain. Her vlogs were first released under the 10 Reasons Why series in 2012. She often covered relationships, sex, love, contemporary life, and mental health in her films. She was riding an e-scooter in southwest London when she was hit by a lorry in July 2019. She is purportedly the first person in the nation to pass away from injuries sustained while using an e-scooter. Kevin Frett. Popular Puerto Rican rapper and singer Kevin Frett was also the first out-gay Latin rap musician. Frett is a graduate of Springfield, Massachusetts Roger L. Putnam Vocational Technical High School. According to LGBT activist and filmmaker Sammy Namir Oliveras, Frett was well known for breaking gender norms and stigma about being gay, gender nonconforming, and expressing gender identity freely in a country where gay people still get mocked, bullied, and killed. In January 2019, Frett was shot and killed while out on his motorbike. Scott Patrick. Patrick, a 53-year-old Project Runway All-Stars makeup artist, died peacefully in his sleep after a heart attack. The performer has collaborated with a number of well-known figures, including Madonna, Kate Moss, and Taylor Swift. His kindness, inventiveness, and thick mustache will be sorely missed, according to his pals. Stan Kirsch. Stan started his career in showbiz at the age of 4, making appearances in many Campbell's Soup commercials. In 1992, he made an appearance in the short-lived soap operas Riders in the Sky and General Hospital. In addition to his work on Friends, Family Law, and JAG, the actor is most known for his portrayal as Richie Ryan in Highlander, the series. Norma Michaels. Norma Michaels, who had a 6-decade Hollywood career, is well recognized for her role as Josephine in The King of Queens. Although Michaels began her career on The Jack Benny Show, she went on to receive recognition for her roles in the movies Easy A and Wedding Crashers, as well as for her work in Highway to Heaven, Everybody Loves Raymond, and Modern Family. Chadwick Boseman. Fans and co-stars were taken aback by Chadwick Boseman's passing as his wife disclosed that he had been fighting colon cancer for the previous 4 years. Throughout, he remained unwaveringly committed to overcoming the disease, showcasing his talents as James Brown, Jackie Robinson, and, of course, King T'Challa in Marvel's Black Panther. Diana Rigg. The actress Dame Diana Rigg gained notoriety most recently for playing Olenna Tyrell in the television series Game of Thrones. According to her daughter, she was diagnosed with cancer in March 2020 and passed away at the age of 84. She continued, saying, "She reflected joyfully on her extraordinary life, full of love, laughter, and a deep pride in her profession during her final months." Alex Trebek. A year before his passing, the renowned Jeopardy presenter Alex Trebek disclosed that he had pancreatic cancer. Luckily, it allowed his supporters time to recognize how lucky they were to have him as host and time to be ready for an unbelievable defeat. According to Trebek, he was too sick to leave the home throughout the epidemic and spent the final year of his life working on little chores around the house. He passed away at the age of 80, surrounded by his loved ones and a small group of friends. In his book, Trebek expressed his aspirations for his legacy. He added, I'd like to be remembered as a decent man who did his best to help people perform at their best, and first and foremost, as a good and loving husband and father. If my story ends with me sitting on the swing with my amazing children close by and the woman I love, I will be more than happy. Larry King. On January 24, 2021, Larry King, the veteran presenter of CNN who became famous for his interviews with a plethora of other celebrities, passed away at the age of 87. Chance, his son, released a statement in public. Aura Media announces with great sadness the passing of our co-founder, host, and friend, Larry King, who passed away this morning at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles at the age of 87, the statement said. Larry's numerous accolades, thousands of interviews, and widespread recognition over the course of 63 years on radio, television, and digital media serve as a testament to his exceptional and enduring talent as a broadcaster. Hank Aaron. On January 22, 2021, Hank Aaron, a baseball icon and Hall of Famer, passed away at the age of 83 from natural causes. The statement was written by Terry McGurk, chairman of the Braves. He never lost his nimble nature, but his incredible talent and resolve helped him achieve the highest accomplishments. He continued, "Not only was Henry Louis Aaron a symbol for us, but he was also revered globally and in Major League Baseball. His remarkable philanthropic endeavors were the cherry on top of his business achievements in the field, which matched his success on the diamond." Chloris Leeman. On January 26, 2021, Chloris Leeman, the extraordinarily funny and gifted actress, passed away at the age of 94 from natural causes. She received a Golden Globe for Best TV Actress in Phyllis and 2 Emmys for the performance. Her most famous performance, Young Frankenstein, may have set the standard for later women, particularly in the comedic genre.